The big change can be felt by everyone. What if we are looking for the same thing, just in different areas of our life? Welcome. My name is Sybille, and I want to take a look today at the 55th gene key and the shift of the nodes. We are entering the eclipse season, and in short time we have a new moon in Pisces. So we are talking about the shift and the axis between Virgo and Pisces. And I want to take a look at each sign where this shift will happen in your own chart and what that means. In these times of change, often we experience dissolving or something. We experience this as something like chaos. And we have different possibilities to react to it and to work with it. And for me, the first thing we can act on is on our understanding and our knowing about what is happening in our life and what types of things are activated right now. And so the first thing I want to take a look at is the 55th gene key, because it is the container of all of our changes and all of our searching for something. And as Richard Rudd says, that we are all searching for freedom. And it's the freedom of suffering. And whatever you search for, is it for money, for love, for whatever, you search for freedom from suffering. And the one shadow that we have to face in this area of our life is we fear to not exist. We fear to not have a purpose. We fear to not being recognized. And this is the fear that keeps us in the place where we put ourselves in our own prisons. And it is shown by our own need to be validated. And the need to be validated is nothing else than that we need to know that we exist. If someone recognizes us, we have to exist, right? And so there is an addiction in this shadow that spoils into every area of our life. And to see this and how we can solve this problem, because we keep ourselves trapped in all of the wanting to be recognized. We get heavy and we are burdened by the things we hold on to, by the things that we experienced. And we even hold on to our own stories, what we experienced and how we suffered. And there is one thing that we have to understand, is holding on to suffering means that I have a reason to exist. Otherwise, in this area of freedom, I'm not attached to anything. I'm not attached to outcomes. I'm not attached to things. I can just let it go, because it is emptiness. Freedom is emptiness and holding on to nothing. And that is for our ego. I want to call it ego, but it's a little bit difficult, this word. It is terrifying for the ego. Transcendence is terrifying, because if we transcend and if we don't hold on to anything. That's a terrifying idea. And along our path, we are like searching for freedom. But the search is an ego thing. Freedom cannot be found. Freedom finds you. And that's an important thing. If we allow ourselves to let go of attachments and to relax into our fear of dissolving, then freedom can find us. It's what I talked about in Did You Have to Become Something? Freedom is the combination of being and being all of you. What you're supposed to be on this planet, because you had a reason to come here, to be something, to be, and to become something, and that is you. And that's why you came here. But our ego tries to put meaning on everything. And that's what we can work with, right? And so the cat is coming in the right moment to confirm what I'm saying. Stepping into freedom and stepping out of our own victimhood and our own victimization means that we let go of everything. That we allow ourselves to be on this planet and to be what we are supposed to be. To empty us out from all the attachments that we hold on to. The attachments to stories, the attachment to pain, attachment to suffering, attachment to change, to all of these things, right? All of these ideas of how change should happen, and allow ourselves to relax into the chaos that is happening right now. That is a big, big question. Can you do this? And can you allow yourself to step into the not knowing, into the non-attachment, and allow freedom to unveil itself? And so that was my intro, and I want to do a reading for all of these signs, and I will ask a couple of questions and I draw cards on them, and if you want you can skip ahead. I will put timestamps in the description so that you can find your reading quickly. And so yeah, I think that's it, and I thank you so much for being here and for liking and subscribing. That really helps the channel to grow, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome, Aries, to your reading and to your eclipse season as well. The new moon is happening in Pisces, and it's the beginning of the end, and something of our reality is dissolving, and so we are entering into a phase that can feel like being chaotic. And it's happening in your 12th house, so it can mean that there is something new happening in your unconscious that is leading you into a different place, and maybe into different countries, and maybe leading you into a new way how you experience your own spiritual connection, your connection to the divine, and leading you into a different space and dissolving something in your working place and in your day-to-day life, how you deal with life and how you show up in your life. And that is the Lenormand, and we want to have astrology cards as well. And this is this one, and it is this one. And we want to have a moon card as well, and it's this one. So we will see, Aries, what is happening in your life. And there is a way how you how things are working out in communication that will lead into a beautiful new beginning. There is something coming up that is helping you to overcome blockages, your own way how to overcome challenges in your life, and things you feel like you have a mountain in front of you, but that is just for a moment. That's just for a tiny moment, because there is the clover changing all of it, and it is about communicating things and moving beyond these limitations that come with these blockages. And adjustments are required, and this can be, we will see what this is about, what you need to do to adjust maybe your communication, but it's just a tiny thing that has to change to step into the next phase of your life. And it's a connection to Gemini. It's a connection to the communication for you, and the future vision that you have for yourself. And because it's happening in the 12th house, and it's happening in your in this unconscious, that is something that I think it's about communication with yourself. Communication, it's about the inner communication. It's about your mind, about yourself. It's your mind about maybe even about spirituality, maybe even about being connected to other people. Being in unity consciousness is Pisces realm, and it's in your 12th house, so you don't know how to. And maybe that is something that where you have limiting thoughts about all of this, about the future, about the communication that is happening in the future, how we develop communicative areas of our life. This can even be technology, how we show up in communicating to each other. And it's the limiting belief that is about you blaming and limiting yourself by limiting your communication, maybe even limiting your way how you connect to other people, how you connect to the outer world. Maybe keeping yourself, and this is the 12th house, right? Keeping yourself in asylums, keeping yourself in the outback where you cannot connect to other people because you don't want to connect to other people. This can be something like this. And it is the invitation to allow everything to be, allow yourself to get out there, because it's needed how you show up in communication. You can change things that are blocked right now. You can change them by communicating. So that is stepping out of this stopping yourself. It feels like you are blocking yourself from being out there. You blocking yourself and your spiritual connection to the divine. You're stopping yourself from being connected in a spiritual way. And that's why that is, we don't know, right? But it is about you keeping yourself away and saying, no, the world isn't something I want to be connected to. The spirituality isn't something I want to be connected to. And you blame this on someone or something, or you complain about something or someone, and you want to be in this place where you have your structure, right? And this is how it has to be, but it's keeping you away. And it's the Chariot, and that's your connection to the Chariot, moving forwards, and the spirit plane showing you the greatness of this area of our lives, the spirit plane. How beautiful is this? That's, for me, it feels really like the 12th house, right? It is the connection of all with all. And it's you moving forwards into your emotions because you already know that this is true. And there is a car moving forwards through the rain. So it is about the Cancer realm. It's about the emotions, and it's about finding peace. There is this dove and the peace that comes with it to move forwards into this realm because you held yourself back. And it's the connection, being connected to it all. And it feels a little bit like now you are stepping into the next phase of your life where you allow yourself to be connected to the higher realms, where you allow yourself to be connected in a spiritual way, where you held on to your own mind. It feels like now you have to allow yourself to step beyond this limitation, to experience the future as it wants to be experienced. And this is stopping to hold yourself back and to hold yourself in this limitation. And it's like stepping into the connection to other people. And maybe there is something like an outer body experience. Maybe there is something that helps you to connect to the outer realms, to the spirituality that is, and where you can see it is not just about the mind keeping you in the structure. It's about the connection of it all. It's about you being connected to other people, being nurturing to other people, and allowing other people to nurture you as well. So it is about the co-regulation. It's not about one taking from the other. It's about the give and take. And the cross-pollinate is talking about this as well, to be in different places, and that's not something that is wrong. That's a good thing. To be connected to different areas of your life, and maybe you are in a part where you are working, and it's the 12th house with the 6th house axis. It's the limitation of the Virgo in your 6th house, where you thought it had to be this way, and you were about your structure and your way, how you think the world has to work. But it's not. It's about stepping into the North Node, into the future. That is about being connected to everything and being connected to the divine. So you will experience something that will lead you into this moment where you see, I need to change something. I need to change something to get into this place where I can be connected with all that is, and where I can step into the future, where freedom can find me. Because I cannot find freedom. Maybe you are searching for freedom. Maybe you make yourself a victim of the outer world, where the structure isn't as it has to be, and it's not. It's this perfection of the Virgin. And now you realize at one point, through something you will experience where maybe something is connecting to you from the outer realms. Maybe it is something helping you to realize that there is something more than you think. And I believe that you already know this, but it's like blocking yourself from it. It's just, no, that's not how I want to be. That's not what it is. And it's connection to the thinking realm, where you're this area that is opening up for you now is the 12th house. It is this connection to other people. It is about spirituality. It's about you stepping out of this area where you limit yourself, where you block yourself, where you stress yourself out with your own limitations, and step into the future that is in your emotional realm, that is in your ability, and there is a great ability to step into this North Node, into this Pisces area of your life where you have natural abilities. That's how I feel it. You have natural abilities to communicate in a specific way where other people have to work for their whole life, but you are standing in this future. You are about to, you are able to be connected, but you refuse to. And there is adjustment needed. There is something needed. There is something where this is beautiful. This is really beautiful, Aries, because that is exactly what I said. There is something completing. There is something where you can see this has to end. This is limiting me. This is limiting myself. You have to change that. And it's a completion about in something. And you can change. That is the moment of change. And you are wandering between the realms. So what I say about you is you are already with 1 foot in the future, and you don't want to bring this into the real world. Whatever hinders you to do this, it is keeping you in this tension of being in between. And what if you can let go of this idea of, and maybe that is how you were judged, how you were, whenever you connected to this area of your life, wherever you connected to this spiritual realm and the unity consciousness, you were judged in a way, or you weren't understood. You experienced maybe in your life that you were like ostracized in a way. But that is the moment where to let that go and to stop blaming the past, blaming your experiences, blaming and complaining about the things that happen. That is your blockage that wants to be changed in this moment. And there is this opening up of the 12th house. It is the world that is opening up, and you refuse to go there. It's like this straddling, this tension that comes with, no, I don't want to go there. Yes, you want to go there. No, I don't want to. And to get out of this straddle, to allow both sides to be, allow both the present moment and the future to be, and to allow this area of your life. This is like a 12th house card. It's like confronting you with the places where you undo yourself, so to speak, where you refuse to be in connection, where you refuse because you say, I don't want to be there, I don't want to do this, and this is the connection that helps you to step into this and to say, but this freedom wants you. You can refuse as long as you want. It will come in. It will find you, and it will confront you with this thing, with these things that you have to change, where you undo yourself because you don't want to be connected to this world. And that is stepping into these emotions and stepping into this spirit realm where you can feel all that is, and where you can move into a future where you give yourself and where you get the emotions as well. So that is a journey you are on, Aries, I believe that this, the Mars retrograde in Cancer on an emotional level is helping you to step into this area, because you got softer in your approach. You got softer in the things where you realize, oh, wait a minute, this feels like this is the truth, but I think it's a thought. And what if the thoughts are not the area where we have to put our focus? What if the thoughts are not the things that are the reality? What if the future lies in something else? And it's the Eight of Cups. It's working with your emotions. It's making decisions, and even in a resourceful way, and seeing yourself in the lack and fearing to be in lack, to not have enough, to show up in this area of your life. And that's not just about money, it's about your own resources, that you are afraid that you don't have the resources to get there. And it's about you moving away from things that hold you back, that you hold on to, that hold you back, and allowing this transformation to happen. And transformation is on an emotional level, stepping into this, and we have two tools here. It is about your connection. It's about your connection to yourself. It's about connection to other people. And it's about you stepping into the new beginning of you being resourceful and allowing things to unfold, allow things to happen for you, and to step into the harvest that comes with it. The harvest that shows up in your resources, that shows up when you bring yourself into this reality. And to show up as the resourceful being that you are. Look at all of these pentacles. It's just a belief. It's just holding on to old pains, to old things that are not serving you anymore, and to give something new, to step into the next area of relationship for you. Relationship with yourself, where you give to yourself, where you love yourself, where you are able to love other people and let go of all of these things that kept you in your own restriction of your way, how you connect to other people, because you told yourself the story about being the victim and not having this and not having this and not having this. This is allow freedom to find you. Allow the fulfillment of emotional connection to find you. And this is your card. And there's a lot of motion in there, right? Moving through these structures. And it's like an ocean, but there is something solid in there. This ball is moving through this beautiful, and the moon is shining on it. I surge on the uprising wave of love. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. You are going through a cycle moved by forces stronger than your will. This is a karmic period with grander cycles affecting smaller ones. The smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great. Surrender to oneness with a magnificent unfolding divinity that is life itself. Aries, there is something really, really big happening in your life, and that is connecting you to the unity and to the greater consciousness that wants to expand you in a really beautiful way. And I am so curious about what is happening in your life, and that is your reading. That is something really, really big opening up your space of spirituality and the spirit plane that you are on. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Aries, for being here and for liking and subscribing and supporting the channel. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And I see you soon.